Let's cut straight to the chase. There are stocks that members of Congress keep buying in droves, and almost no one's talking about it. But today we're pulling back the curtain. We'll break down the latest trades politicians have disclosed, dig into the stocks that stands out above the rest, and uncover why these moves might signal something big on the horizon. Right now, we're in a market environment tailor-made for the well-connected. Government insiders have always had an advantage, but lately the stakes are even higher. Stocks can soar or sink based on the latest trade deal or White House announcement. If you're close to the action, say a politician with a front row seat to trade negotiations, you can get a massive leg up. Picture this. The lawmaker hears that a company is about to get a trade exemption. The public thinks the company is doomed by tariffs, but our insider quietly buys the dip. The next day, the exemption is announced, the stock rockets, and our politician cashes in. That's not just luck, that's access. And it's not just about trade. Congress has long had the inside track on which companies will land lucrative government contracts. Sitting in closed-door meetings, they can snap up shares before the news goes public. When questioned, they chalk it up to good fortune, or blame the trades on a spouse, a neighbor, or even the family dog. Let's start with UnitedHealth Group, UNH. This stock has had a brutal year. The former CEO was ousted, the replacement abruptly resigned, and the company's business practices have come under intense regulatory and public scrutiny. Rising medical costs and financial uncertainty have hammered the bottom line. Yet while the headlines looked grim, members of Congress started buying the dip. Representatives like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Senator Boozman, Representative McCall, Representative Bresnahan, and Representative Shreve all scooped up shares. UNH is now one of the top holdings among lawmakers, but Congress isn't alone. On May 13th, an unknown trader placed a $25 million bet against UNH with put options, just hours before the CEO resigned and the company suspended its financial outlook, triggering an 18% one-day drop. 2 days later, a DOJ criminal investigation into UNH's Medicare practices sent the stock plunging another 13% to 5-year lows. Coincidence? Maybe. But what's even more interesting is what happened next. After the crash, the whales started circling. Institutions poured over $8 million into long-dated call options, betting UNH will rebound by 2027. There was a hefty sweep of January 2026 calls, signaling expectations of a rapid bounce. Insiders joined the party. Returning CEO Stephen Hemsley bought nearly $25 million worth of shares, one of the largest insider purchases in the company's history. Director Kristen Gill picked up $1 million during the crash. This coordinated activity, alongside Congress buying the dip, suggests that those with the best information see a turnaround ahead. Why? UNH is trading at a rare bargain, with a forward price-to-earnings ratio at historic lows. Leadership changes spooked investors, but the return of a proven CEO could steady the ship. And crucially, lawmakers may have insights into regulatory trends, especially around Medicare and DOJ scrutiny, that make them confident the risks are overstated. If you had a crystal ball that let you peek into closed-door meetings on Capitol Hill, wouldn't you use it? That's the edge lawmakers have, and it shows in their trades. Next up is Impinj Inc. PI, a company specializing in radio frequency identification (RFID) devices and software. Marjorie Taylor Greene bought this stock at almost the perfect moment, right before a 60% rally. Why the impeccable timing? Impinj is a government contractor working in sectors like defense, logistics, and national infrastructure, areas heavily influenced by federal policy. Greene's committee memberships could have given her access to confidential briefings about upcoming investments or incentives for American tech companies. With global tensions rising and a bipartisan push to strengthen domestic tech manufacturing, Greene's investment may have been guided by inside knowledge of future federal support for companies like Impinj. These discussions often happen behind closed doors, long before the public hears a word. Greene's purchase likely reflects more than just a lucky guess. Congressional chatter about boosting advanced RFID technology and securing national infrastructure could have tipped her off to future mandates or funding. By the time the news is public, the stock has already soared. For everyday investors, this highlights the importance of tracking not just company fundamentals, but also the policy winds blowing through Washington. When lawmakers with inside information are buying, it's worth paying attention. So what's the one stock that stands out above all the rest? The one that Congress keeps buying and that could be poised for a major move? The trade desk, TTD is a technology company that powers digital advertising across the internet. Unlike Google or Meta, TTD doesn't own content. Instead, it provides a platform that helps advertisers buy ad space across thousands of websites, apps, and streaming platforms. Think of TTD as a supercharged stock trading platform. But instead of stocks, you're buying digital ad space. Their software helps brands target the right audience, set budgets, and measure results in real time. If you've seen an ad on your smart TV or a website banner, there's a good chance it was bought using the trade desk. Why is TTD so valuable? For starters, we're heading into a cookieless future where traditional tracking methods are being phased out. TTD has developed new tools like UID2 to help advertisers reach audiences while respecting privacy. As streaming TV booms and brands seek new ways to reach viewers, TTD is dominating the niche. Lawmakers aren't the only ones buying TTD, but their interest is telling. Representatives like Byron Donalds, Bresnahan Jr., James Comer, Tony Weed, and Jefferson Shreve have all made substantial purchases. Institutional investors are piling in too. Brown Advisory increased its position by nearly 200%, Edgewood Management by 55%, and Intech Investment Management added over 237,000 shares. What's driving this? TTD is perfectly positioned for the shift to streaming and data-driven advertising. Its technology gives advertisers precise targeting in a privacy-first world, and its partnerships with giants like Disney, Netflix, and Roku are fueling rapid growth. For Congress, the appeal may be even deeper. Lawmakers often have early insight into regulatory changes, especially around data privacy and digital infrastructure. As new rules make it harder for traditional ad companies to target users, TTD's privacy-friendly approach could give it a massive edge. So, what's the takeaway? When members of Congress repeatedly buy into the same stocks, especially in sectors facing regulatory upheaval, it's worth paying attention. Their trades aren't always about luck. Often they reflect a deep understanding of policy shifts, industry trends, and the hidden levers that move markets. For everyday investors, this doesn't mean blindly following every congressional trade. But it does mean watching where the smart and well-connected money is going. Whether it's UNH rebounding from scandal, Impinj riding a wave of federal tech investment, or the trade desk powering the future of digital ads, these moves offer clues about where the next big opportunities might lie. As always, do your own due diligence, stay curious, and keep questioning the stories behind the headlines. Because sometimes the biggest trades aren't about what you know, they're about who you know. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown useful, let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights you won't find anywhere else. See you next time.